slippers.
You can't tell me nothing. I know that I'm a masterpiece. A masterpiece. A masterpiece. A master.
I'm hoping, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm hoping that I'm back far enough to where, cause my lashes, y'all know when like, sometimes they be looking a little lopsided, yeah. Hey y'all, welcome back. So first of all, for my first video, I took some critique. I got some better lighting, yeah. And then two, you know, was told last time I should introduce myself a little more. I am Jamya. I am a singer, songwriter, entertainer, influencer, and yeah, so let's get into it. Today I would like to talk to y'all about moving out the hometown. So I moved from Washington State, Vancouver, Washington to Austin, Texas. You know, I can't remember. Wait, let me break. Oh, my goodness. I'm so glad I intruded for a second because all my business down the street. Anyway, I decided to move when I was 20. Really, I decided to move when I was 19 because I literally moved, I want to say like a week after my 20th birthday. So I have been decided. If you know Vancouver, it is extremely close to Portland, Oregon. It's like 10, 15 minutes away. The culture of Vancouver and Portland kind of meshed together a little bit, what it's like out there. Like, you know, you just kind of, you're around that area a lot. And a lot of people actually call Austin the Southern Portland. I had first moved, I noticed that it said keep Austin weird. And for us, it was keep Portland weird. So I was like, I'm supposed to be leaving. Why is home followed? I feel like that kind of helped me adjust into it a little more, even though I'm not gonna lie, like at first I wanted nothing to do with my hometown. Like I was like, I want a whole new start. I want a whole new this. I want a whole new that. I didn't want nothing that reminded me of nothing back home. So at first I was like, but it was cool. I really feel like that helped me adjust, and I got to see that it's actually very different. Even though it was a nice, smooth little entrance for me, it's still very different from my hometown. You know, overall, we're just talking about Austin. I love the scenery. I love the food. I love how much there is to do. I love seeing more black people. I have no regrets. I love it out here. I love who I've grown to be and who I'm still becoming to be, what I'm still continuing to learn. With that being said, it was a lot that I did go through to push me to where I am. You know, even with saying there's no regrets is because there were a lot of downsides, but I still don't regret none of it. In the beginning, I was very homesick, and I didn't expect it to hit me like that. I moved out here with my cousin, and she really helped me a lot. I remember it was Christmas, and it was my first Christmas not being home, and my mom had sent me this family picture of all of them in their pajamas and stuff. I was working at a hotel at the time, and I was at the front desk, and I literally had to ask somebody to watch the front desk for me real quick because I just started crying. And it just really hit me, and I called my cousin, and you know, she was very supportive, and she just reminded me that, you know, we were stepping into a season where we got to start our own traditions and our own things, and to just not lose sight of why I had moved. I didn't expect it to hit me because I was so excited. I always kind of had a desire to just, you know, spread my wings and see what's out there in the world, especially to go down south, be around more culture. I was very excited, but I also came up in a big household. And so to go from a big household to just me and my cousin, it's a very big difference. Just the change in your environment in general, I think it just hit me because I was so excited that I didn't think about how different it was. When you're used to doing the same thing every day, seeing the same people every day, the same routine, and you just switch it up like that, that's major, you know? So I definitely was homesick. I didn't really want to leave the house much. And my cousin helped me out a lot with that. She helped me push through that. All in all, God told me to move. I knew that I was starting to outgrow where I was. It seemed like a huge thing to be doing so young, but I just kind of knew. I kind of felt like God was telling me it was time to isolate, and so that I could dig deeper. within myself and within my relationship with him. We definitely did that, but let me tell you, it was not how I thought it was gonna go. Like, the move highlighted a lot of insecurities and the ugly parts of myself. I feel like back in my hometown, I was so used to the same people doing the same stuff. And that's not to say I wasn't enjoying myself, but it wasn't pushing me past my comfort zone in whatsoever. And so I feel like it's once you start getting uncomfortable is when you get to know yourself a little more, when, you know, little ugly side could come out sometimes. Yeah, you know, in a lot of ways, I feel like I had to learn some emotional maturity. I was not as emotionally mature as I thought I was when I moved out here. I am mature for my age, but I had a lot of growth to do, and I still have a lot of growth to do when it comes to my emotions and things like that. It reveals so many things that you don't know you have going on inside. So I realized I was very anxious. I was a lot more of an emotional person than I thought. I didn't realize, oh, I'm acting off of emotions right now, but I very much so am. I'm just covering it because I'm gonna pick up extra shifts at work. I'm gonna go out after work so I don't have to think about it. I'm gonna make a reckless decision here, then I'm gonna be upset with myself and I'm not gonna know why. But it's like, because you are driving off of emotions instead of sitting down and thinking and processing and reflecting. So, and that is another thing. I would say, take your time with people, take your time with things. It's very easy to be so eager and caught up in a new world, new life, new city, new this, new that. And it's so easy to just want to go. But slow down and please take your time, because people will see that in you. People really will just try and take the light from you. Be mindful of who you're putting your energy into, and watch these people. People be nasty, people be ridiculous, people be rude. One thing about me, I was job hopping. If I got bored with the job, if I didn't like the job no more, if I got irritated with the job, I'm gonna go find me another one. The jobs came with a lot of all different types of crazy type of people. They're not lying when they're saying, the more you're like, I'm sorry, can I, what's it, and the softer you seem, the more they're gonna pick on you, like a bully. And it just kind of reminded me of the world in general. Like, you really have to be careful, you know, pray about it. Don't have your guard up to just anybody and everybody, but do protect yourself. And I don't want this to scare nobody, because I still love meeting people. I've met a lot of dope people out here, and that's what's funny. You know, going through things with like friendships and outgrowing people, it made me very like cautious. Like, I'm not trying to get close with nobody. But of course, that's not life. And I did get close with some amazing people out here. So I just, you know, just take it day by day. I feel like if it's a tip that I could give people, make sure that your head is in the right place, your spirit is in the right place, because it'll get you messed up. I had got my feelings hurt a lot because I was not secure in myself, and I was chasing after people and trying to make friends and trying to do this. And granted, I'm an outgoing person, so it wasn't hard to make friends, but I kept hitting walls of disappointment because I was wanting them to be as deep as me, as caring as me. I wanted us to have these deep connections. I wanted it fast, and I wanted it to hurry up. And it's like, that's not how life works. And because I was more vulnerable, I was giving people more of me and more of my trust, more of my energy, than being upset when it wasn't reciprocated or appreciated, or if they just did me dirt. You know what I'm saying? You did me dirt. Like, I gotta lose my job. But at the end of the day, even when going through all that, I enjoyed the process, which is so weird to say, but even if I was going through hurt and stuff, yeah, I was having my days, but it was also like, I felt like I was meant to be learning these things. And it was a beautiful thing, because it's like, wow, I'm learning things that I never would have learned if I was still back home, about myself, about the world. But you know, it just really depends on where your head is at, because that's what I wanted at the end of the day. Even if I didn't know it was gonna hurt as much as it did, it's what I wanted. If you're running away from something, or if you just want to escape a certain feeling, or just different things like that, you move to a new place, and that's not necessarily gonna just go away. You have to deal with those things so that you can, do your thing. But don't let that stop you, because that's another thing I would say. Don't wait for the perfect time. I personally don't believe that there's just a perfect time. Now, I do think that you could plan well, save your money, get stuff in order, handle your business so that you're not a hot mess when you move somewhere. But, if you're just waiting for every single thing to line up perfect, you're never gonna leave, to be honest. If you feel like something is telling you to go ahead and do it, go do it before you sit and think yourself into a different decision than what you really should be doing. What was that I just wrote down in my journal the other day? I was watching Pastor Mike Jr. and he basically said, I hope I'm quoting this right, the minute you start debating with yourself, you're gonna win. Which is kind of like, I hope that makes sense, and I hope that's what he said. But it's like once you start that, you're gonna end up. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, so I would just say make sure you are in the right headspace. Very important. Yeah. Another thing that I really loved about moving is that it made me more comfortable with taking risks. And this is good and bad. It's good and bad. Because I feel like once I started getting in my groove, started figuring my thing out, it was like, yeah, I'm in a new place. Let's go do it. Why not? Let's this, let's that. And it's good because it pushed me in some good ways, like, getting on the stage, more networking, more being more comfortable to speak my mind and stuff like that. But not every opportunity is a good opportunity, and not every let's go do it is the best let's go do it. So sometimes it could get me in some trouble, and it's still like that to this day. Just have to learn balance, have to learn to think things through instead of just being so like, I'm doing it, I'm on it, why not? It's like, but why? Let's think about it. Why? Just why? And with that being said, also, that's another reason why I feel like it's so important to get comfortable doing things by yourself first. It took me a while first, but I would so encourage that early on rather than later on, because I feel like it's a huge way to help with the chance of people taking advantage of you when you're vulnerable. It's a little more comfortable when you're around people, when you're in a new place, new setting, new environment, all these different things, you cling on to people a little faster. But if you're doing things by yourself and comfortable with doing things by yourself, it won't feel so like, I need this person to go do this. I want them here. I have this attachment built to them. It feels really nice. It feels so good to do things by yourself. It is scary. It's very vulnerable. But once you do it, it's like, who cares? It's just freeing, and you get to just kind of experience on your own. And those experiences are important too, So yeah, I feel like one of the biggest things that I learned from moving is how important having a solid foundation is. And I think that this move was 100,000,000,000% necessary. I'm so extra. It was absolutely necessary to build that foundation up. It's just, when you move so far, you have to start setting your own rules, setting your own pathway. It was a lot that I had to start setting up for me to be solid. I'm mainly talking about like a spiritual foundation. What am I doing every day to feed my spirit, to help me stay in order, so that I don't get lost. Because if I don't have a foundation, then I don't know myself. If I don't know myself, I'm about to be going down anybody's pathway that I meet, and that's extremely dangerous, And so, yeah, it just really taught me that that's important and that it's firm, so that you have something that you stick to, that that you live by, so that you don't just get carried away with the wind. I don't know, even thinking about that one is just a little deep for me, because it's just, like I said, I think it's certain things that you would never know about yourself if you don't get that experience of getting out there and moving, that you wouldn't know about the world. It teaches you so much. I definitely feel like it has pushed me a lot, and I've grown a lot as a person. And I really think it's just mainly about stepping out of your comfort zone, and especially if you're a big dreamer, if you got big goals, you gotta make big steps. You know what I'm saying? So don't be scared if it's calling you. There's nothing to be scared of. You learn along the way. Even when you're watching things like this, getting tips and stuff like that, it's not gonna be perfect. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't be upset at things you can't control. You know, just take it day by day. You set your foundation, you do what you need to do to start the day, to work through the day, to end the day. You don't let nobody come through and shake that, but you take in the experiences as they come and you just keep vibing. If you, for all my people, if you are moving and you are moving with goals, because I also had big goals when I moved. I wanted to get on the stage more. I wanted to network more. I wanted to grow. Be mindful of your goals. Please don't lose track of them. Time goes by fast. You have all these different people, all these different things coming at you. And it's very exciting and things move so fast and it's just so easy to get caught up. So just focus, because every day counts. Your decisions, they count. Vibe, experience, take it day by day, but don't just waste every day. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very easy to end up doing that. And so I feel like all in all, I have had a very nice experience. Still learning, still seeing what's up, but that's my take on it. All right, y'all. That's it. That's wraps. Bye.
No stress.